Hi guys, my name is Nicolette Mashile. I'm also known as the Financial Bunny. Welcome to the Financial Bunny TV. Today we're talking all things credit shortfall insurance, the type of insurance that you would take up when you are purchasing a car in case there is a shortfall between the insurance amount that you have been insured for, but also how much you actually owe the bank. Now, remember that none of my videos constitute as financial advice. If you are looking for financial advice, please speak to somebody who is certified and registered with the FSCA. So let's talk a little bit about why you would need such a thing as credit shortfall insurance. So this is generally also called what is called top-up cover or gap cover. And basically it covers that gap that may potentially happen if the retail amount of money that your car is insured for is actually lower than what you owe the bank. So let me give you a scenario. Say for instance, you have bought a car, everything is all exciting and you're just excited about it, but maybe you've taken a very high interest rate on the financing of your car, right? So the actual amount of money that you may potentially be owing the bank is higher than what your car is retailing for. And generally the retail amount of money is what insurance companies generally cover you for in case your car gets written off, or maybe perhaps your car gets stolen, hijacked, and is not recovered, right? So let's say you owe the bank maybe 320,000 rand. And after a couple of months, now we know it doesn't even have to be a couple of months. We know that the moment you drive your car off the dealership's floor, it already loses some level of value, right? So let's say, for instance, your car then is insured for 280,000 rand, but you owe the bank 320,000 rand, right? Did I say 320? Let's say it's 320,000 rand. So there's already a shortfall between 320 and the 280, right? So how much is that shortfall? It's a shortfall of 40,000 rand. So let's say you get hijacked, God forbid, or maybe you total your car and it becomes a write-off and the insurance company now needs to pay you out. What will happen is they will pay you out the amount that retails, or the amount that you are actually insured for, the amount your car is actually retailing for. And if you want to settle at the bank, because perhaps maybe now you really actually can't afford to buy a second car, because it means that you might need to buy a car that you are paying at the bank and you are paying more at the bank and it's not worth it. Or you could find in a situation where you're saying, you know what, I'm making a decision to just pay off the loan and I don't actually want to take up another car, and you want to settle that loan. You may find that you are in a shortage of a certain amount of money, which is the 40,000 rand. So that's how credit shortfall insurance came up, right? However, it is important to read, like any other insurance policies, it is important for you to read when and how and what the insurance claim is going to pay for. So if you do find yourself in a situation where you do get into an accident and your car is written off, or maybe you actually find yourself in a situation where you've been hijacked and now they need to pay out a sum of money, you may find that there are certain instances that credit shortfall insurance will not pay. The first one is if you have a balloon payment. It's very important that most for you to know that most credit shortfall insurance claims do not pay for the balloon payment. Number one. The second thing that you need to be very clear on is finding out from the insurance companies which part of your car's extras are actually covered under the insurance. So here's the thing that happens quite a lot. People get their car, then they add additional things on their car and it shoots up the actual retail of the car, right? So let's say, for instance, maybe you've got an additional tow bar put in, you've upgraded the radio, and all of those things are not necessarily insured under credit shortfall insurance, right? Or no, they're not insured under your car insurance. Now, because they are not insured under your car insurance, it will, when the insurer pays out, they will still pay the retail value of your car, and they will not look at all the additional things that are not insured that are part of what you have added as improvements on your car. So when looking to take up credit shortfall insurance for your car, it is important for you to understand which are exclusions that the insurer will have or will make in terms of paying out your claim. Now remember that ultimately what you want to do with the credit shortfall insurance is for it to cover you so that you do not have to end up paying that outstanding balance out of your own pocket. But it can become a huge nightmare for you if you do not know what are some of their exclusions. Now, we've already talked a little bit about the balloon payment. So any residual amount that is on your financing will not be paid by the credit shortfall insurance. The second thing is any other non-standard trimmings that you add to your car. For instance, a radio that is not standard with the car, they will not pay for that. The third thing that you need to be cautious about is when you refinance your car loan. So for instance, you refinance your car loan or you consolidate your car, So the third thing that you need to be cautious of is when you do take the option to refinance your car loan, and you might find that you've got a higher settlement because the loan has been refinanced, which then means that the retail value and the amount that you still owe the bank may have a huge difference. And that huge difference, unfortunately, is not going to be covered by your credit shortfall insurance. I hope to see you guys on the next one. I'm really exhausted in this video, guys. I'm just sitting and I'm like, whoa, I am so exhausted actually. August has been a crazy month, but I will see you guys nice and fresh back in September with more content to help you manage your finances.